everything about you. Everything about you.
All right, hey everybody, and welcome to Zenfolio Live. I'm Robert with Zenfolio Customer Success. I want to say thanks for joining us today on the live stream. So hey, if this is your first time hanging out with us, make sure that you say hi to us in the chat. Let us know where you're from. We've got Craigslist already in there hanging out with us. Also 24/7 Media Group. And as always, I've got Richard hanging out with me today, taking care of you guys in chat. So make sure that you show Richard some love. Today we're going to be talking about automating your follow-up and re-engagement process. So what this is going to be about is about automating following up with your clients and re-engaging your clients through an automated process in Zenfolio. We're going to go over what is the benefit. I'm going to go over triggered emails, show you how they work. Then we're going to go into creating email templates, and then I'm going to show you how to set up your trigger. I've also got a new video that's going to go live tomorrow, but I'm going to throw the link out to you guys in chat who are hanging out with me today during the live stream. That's going to go over. It's from one of our users. She did an awesome blog post. There's actually a link to the blog post in the description below this video, but she did a whole blog post series on getting to page 1 on Google, and we sat down and did an interview, and I'm going to give you guys the link to that video a day early. So that video goes live tomorrow, but I'm going to let you guys that are hanging out with me today grab the link so you can watch it a day ahead of everybody else, because that's how much I appreciate you guys. Let's see. John Gervasi, I hope I said it right, says hi to us. Hey, John, thanks for coming on here and hanging out. Also, guys, don't forget, I'm going to be answering your questions live. So as I go through today's topic, if you have questions, whether it's about what we're talking about or something completely different in Zenfolio, make sure that you get those questions answered or get those questions in the chat so I can get those answered for you guys live today. Also, hey, it's National Relaxation Day. So hopefully today sometime you guys can find some time to take some time out for yourself and relax. National Relaxation Day. Hopefully you guys get to enjoy that a little bit. I'm going to try to do that a little later on. Let's see, we got Kathy jumping on saying hi to us, so thanks for coming on here and hanging out with us, Kathy. All right, guys, let's go ahead and just jump into today's topic. All right, so here we are in my Zenfolio account, and like I said, what we're talking about today is how to automate the re-engagement and follow-up process with your clients. And so what we're going to do is we're going to utilize Zenfolio's triggered email system to basically send out a series of follow-up emails after somebody places an order. Now, what's the benefit of doing this? Well, the benefit is, one, it's nice to be able to re-engage your clients, to tell them thank you after they place an order. It's nice to check up with them, but it's also nice to later on down the road kind of bring your business back in front of their face in case maybe they're thinking about needing another portrait session or something like that. And this also allows you the opportunity to maybe push some gift certificates. Maybe they have friends and family that are interested, and you can kind of send a link out in these follow-up emails, and maybe you could sell some gift certificates or something like that. Now, the other benefit to doing this, to setting it up to be automated, right, is that this is going to a process that's going to happen in the background. It's not going to require any interaction from you. So you're going to set these emails up. Once they're set up, they're going to be automated. They're going to be going out at specific times to people who place orders, and your hands are going to be completely out of it. You don't have to worry about it. And it's just a nice way to follow up with them without adding any extra work on your plate, because I know that we're all busy as photographers. And the last thing that we have time to do is to track stuff like this, follow up with clients all the time. It gets really busy. And so anytime that we can automate any of these processes and streamline it a little bit, that's definitely going to make it just that much better for us. So how do we do this? How do we set up these automations and stuff like that? Well, we're going to be using triggered emails. And if you haven't checked triggered emails out yet, they are a pretty amazing feature that's in Zenfolio. And so let me show you where to go to see what these are, to see kind of how they work. And then we're going to go through the process of actually setting this up. So what we're going to do is go right here to communications, and you're going to click right on email communications. That's going to take you into your email communications, and then there's a tab right here called Triggered Emails. And so when you click on that, these are where you go and you set up your triggered emails. Now, what you're looking at is you're looking at a list of basically actions that people can take on your website that will act as a trigger to send out automatic emails that you establish and you set up. So there's visitor sign-in for a gallery, there's visitor sign-in for a group, there's visitor sign-in for a collection. It's important to remember that, because you can utilize those different sign-in avenues to trigger different emails if you need different emails to go out to different people based on how they did the visitor sign-in. There's a visitor sign-in event, and then there's things like account created. So you can have a triggered email series set up. So if somebody creates an account, whether it's through a favorite set or something like that, you can send out an email. You can send out favorite set created, favorite set shared, all kinds of different things in here. Now, the one that we're going to be working with today is the order place trigger. So basically what I want to do is I want to automate the process of following up with my clients after they place an order. Now, whenever your clients place an order, they're going to get some default emails from Zenfolio, like the receipt and all that information, and all of that's going to be pretty instant. When I set up my triggered emails, I don't want them to feel instant. I don't want them to feel spammy. And so I like to set them up for a couple of days out, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to show you how to set up at least 2, maybe 3 automatic emails to go out after somebody places an order. Now, the first one we're going to send out just a couple of days after that order's placed, just as a way to kind of say, hey, I just wanted to take some time, check in, and just tell you how much I appreciate your business. If you have any questions, here's how you can get in contact with me. And again, I just really appreciate your business. So we're going to set up an email that does that. And then we can also set up an email to go out a little further out, maybe allowing your clients to have time to actually get their order in their possession. So you can follow up with them automatically, in a month, and just say, hey, it's been a month since you placed your order. Hopefully you have everything by now. I just wanted to check in that make sure that you are 100% happy with everything that you received. If you have any questions or anything, you can reach out to me. So we're going to set up those emails, and then maybe we'll do one more where we say something like, hey, I just wanted to reach out to you. You placed an order a while back. I just wanted to offer some gift certificates in case you had some friends or family that may be looking for, photography services or something like that. So that's what we're going to be setting up. So we're going to be setting it up all based off of this trigger. Well, what we have to do is we first have to create our email templates for this. And so what we're going to do is go back up to the top. We're going to go back over here to email templates. So for those of you guys who just jumped on, if you didn't see how I got to where I am right now, it's communications and then email communications, or you can just do email communications right from here. But we're going to templates, and this is where we're going to create, sorry, I didn't mean to hit my desk. This is where we're going to create our email templates that are going to be used in these automatic triggered emails. Okay, so we're going to go down here, and there's a list of all the default email templates that Zenfolio uses. You can customize these. I probably wouldn't recommend it If you want to create your own template and use it for something else, you can. You could definitely customize the default templates, but I would really wait until you are 100% sure that you really know what you're doing with the email templates so you don't accidentally mess some of these up. But we're going to scroll down to the bottom and we're going to create our email templates for our orders placed. So what I'm going to do is just click New Template. And then what we're going to do is write this up. So we're going to go right here and we're going to say order placed 1. Basically, it's the first email, right? So the template name, your clients don't see it. That's just so you know why you created this template and what it's to be used for. Now, down in the subject line down here, this is going to be the subject line of the email. There is some research you can do. You can go online and do some research of how to write a good subject line to get more openings. There's a lot of psychology that goes into that. I'm not a psychologist, I'm a photographer, but you can definitely go do some research on that and find out how to write a really powerful subject line for your emails. I'm just going to write something like, hey, thank you for your order. Because again, we are setting up these emails to act off of the orders placed trigger. So anytime somebody orders something, it's going to initiate this trigger of these series of emails. All right. I like to write my subject lines really personal. I don't like to make them very formal, like thank you for your order from Integrity Imagery or something like that. I want this to come across like I took the time to actually sit down and write this client an email, though I probably didn't. Actually, I didn't because this is automated, but I want it to come across like that. And so for this type of email, I'm not going to make it really long. I'm just going to go in here and write it up like as if I was actually personally writing this to somebody. So a lot of times I might not even use their name. I would just say, hey, I just wanted to take a second to say thank you. And you guys are going to have to bear with my wonderful typing skills. I apologize. Thank you for your order. And then whatever else you wanted to say, right? I'm not going to make you guys sit through me typing this email out. I would just say something like, hey, I just wanted to take a second to say thank you for your order. I hope that you enjoyed the experience. If, if you have any questions, so maybe you say something, I hope you enjoyed the experience. Feel free to make fun of me for this. I'm surprised I haven't misspelled anything yet. Hope you enjoyed the experience. I just wanted to let you know how much I appreciate your business. Something like this. If you have any questions, blah blah blah, contact me, blah 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 blah. Whatever you want to say. Again, I would suggest not making this something really formal. You want this to feel like you took a second out of your day to say thank you to somebody for placing an order. All right? And then after you do that, you just come down here to the bottom and click Save. All right? And so now we have order placed 1. So that is our first email template that we're going to be sending out to people after they place an order. Let's go ahead and do email or order place 2 template. So this is going to be where we're trying to time this email out to maybe they've had time to actually get their order, and we're just following up with them saying, hey, you should have received your order by now. You should have received, you guys are making fun of me in the chat, I love it. You should have received your order by now. I just wanted to check in with you, make sure that everything's okay. If you have any questions, or if you wanted to place additional orders or just have questions, reach out to me. So we're gonna set that template up now. So again, new template. I'm just gonna call this order placed 2, and then maybe just say, hi, just wanted to check in and make sure you are happy with your order. All right, and then just the same thing, like, hi there, I just wanted to check in and make sure you have received your order and that you were happy with everything. All right, and blah blah blah, same thing, right? So whatever you wanted to put in here, whatever you wanted to put in here to follow up with them about, they should have had their order by now. If they have any questions, let us know. whatever you wanted to say, and then again, contact me, blah, 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 down here at the bottom if you have any questions. All right. So now we have those 2 emails set up, right? So let's save that. And then let me show you how to set these up on a trigger, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about possibly setting up a 3rd email. All right, so we're going to go back up here to the triggered emails tab. And then what we're going to do is scroll down to that order place tab right here, and we're going to click edit. And so the first email that we're going to set up is that order place 1, where we're just telling them thank you. So I'm going to go right here and select that template, order place 1. And then I want this to go out maybe 3 days after they actually place their order. Now keep in mind, if you have an order approval process going where you actually approve the orders, you might want to take that into consideration, because you probably don't want to send a thank you for your order if you haven't even approved the order yet. So that's something to think about, maybe allowing some time for that order approval process in this. But I'm just going to go ahead and set this up for 3 days. So again, this is going to go out 3 days after they place the order, not after I approve it. And it's just saying thank you, letting them know we appreciate their business, etc., etc. All right, so now we have that template set up. Let's add the second order placed email template, which is the one where we're assuming they should have got their order by now, making sure everything's okay and that they're happy. And so we're just going to hit the plus button right here. And we're going to select order placed 2 right here. And so that is that template where it says, you know, hopefully you got your order by now. Hopefully you're happy. If you have questions, blah, 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 contact me. And we're going to set this to go out a certain number of days after email 1. So it's important to remember that the next trigger that you set is not following the actual action of the order being placed, but the days after the first email is sent. So this is going to be, I'm going to set this up to go out, let's do 30 days, and let's take that back a little bit. Let's leave it at 30 days. So let's say 30 days. So in 30 days after the first email, they're going to get that second email, just checking in on them, you know, and making sure everything's okay. So now all we have to do is click save and enable, and we're going to enable that. All right, so now that trigger has been enabled. So anytime somebody places an order on my site, they are going to get that first email in 3 days, and then the second email they are going to get within 30 days of the first one. Well, what if we want to re-engage them a little bit longer down the line? What if we want to, say, reach out back to those clients in a year and just kind of put our business back in front of their face a little bit, just kind of resurface, do some re-engagement. We could set up another triggered email to go out a year after that second one if we wanted to. And so what I was thinking you could do is, if you used pre-order to create gift certificates, and I'll just show you right here, I have one kind of set up. So I have this pre-order link with all these gift certificates set up right here. If you're not familiar with pre-order, there are a lot of video tutorials on our YouTube channel. Go check it out. Just look up pre-order. It'll show you how to set this stuff up. But basically, I have a pre-order set up here for gift certificates. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of copy this link right here. So I'm going to copy this link, because what I want to do is I want to create a third email template to go out where I just say, hey, you placed an order, we did a shoot, or however you want to word it, and I just wanted to let you know we do have gift certificates available if you're needing another shoot or something like that, or maybe you're considering purchasing as a gift item for a friend or a family. And so we're going to go back into our triggered emails really quick. We're going to go back up here to communications, go to templates, and we're just going to create that third email template. So I'm going to go down here, go new email template. We'll call this order placed 3. And then in the subject line, come up with something like, hi there, I hope you are doing well. I don't know, whatever you want to put here. The subject line, just something that, and I'm from Oklahoma, so doing is an actual word, but you might want to spell it right and put the G on it. But I'm from Oklahoma, so doing is an actual word, but you might want to put the G on it. All right, so we're going to come down here and we're just going to write up this email really quick. So, hi there. I hope you are doing well. And then blah, blah, blah. Whatever you want to say here. And then re-engage them, right? Try to get them interested in maybe another session, or just say if you're looking to have more photos done, or maybe you want to place more orders on your gallery, you can say something like, click here to view gift certificate options. Something like that, whatever you want to say. Again, hopefully you are a much better email writer than I am. We're just going to highlight this text right here, use the link tool, and paste in that link that I copied from pre-order. And then you can set this to open up in a new tab if you want, right here, and click OK. And so after you have this email template set up really well, you're just going to save it. Go back up to the triggered section, and then go down here to your orders placed, click edit, and we're going to go down here and add this on to this orders placed trigger. So I'm going to click plus. We're going to select orders placed template 3 right here. And then what we'll do is we'll say, okay, let's have this go to them. If you wanted to do a year, you could do 365. If you wanted to do 6 months, you could do, whatever that is, 6 months. Math is not my strong suit, obviously, but maybe you want to do like 200 days. All right, and so it's going to be 200 days after the second email, and then you can save and update that. And you now have 3 automated emails to go out and follow up with your clients and re-engage them automatically after they place an order. And once you have it set up, you don't have to do anything else with that, right? It's going to automatically send those out and follow up with your clients on their orders and just re-engage them and bring your business back in front of their faces and hopefully get some more business. All right. So let me jump back to my photos page. Let me check on you guys and chat here really quick, see if I got any questions. Let's see. 24/7 Media Group says, can you have the email to trigger after the order is approved? I believe that trigger is going to go off once the order is placed, not after the order is approved. So what I would suggest doing, and when it comes to order approval, I generally try to nail it down to a specific time process so that when my clients place orders, they have an expectation of about how long it's going to take for them to get their order. So when I do order approval or when I have clients, I always say, you know what? Once you place their order, I just want to let you know that there's going to be a 3-day order approval process, meaning I'm actually going to physically look over your order and make sure that it's okay before I get that order fulfilled. And I let my clients know that. And so if you have a specific amount of time that you generally try to get your orders approved in, you can set that first trigger to kind of match that time period. But currently there's not really a way to have it go when the order is approved, because these are actions that clients are taking on your website, not actions that you are doing on your site or through the account. That's a great suggestion, though. Definitely something that I will throw to our developers and mention. All right, let's see. Kathy said, sorry if I missed this, but does this only work with regular orders, or will it work with the pre-order as well? So I think it's going to work with everything. Let me see if I can verify that really quick, Kathy, but I'm pretty sure that the triggered email order place is going to work with any order that's placed on your site. Let me verify really quick. And then once I know for sure, I will come back and answer that question and give you a definite answer. My hunch is that it's going to work for any order that's placed through your Zenfolio site on your account. All right, let's see. Let me say hi to some of you guys who jumped on here after I was talking already. We've got John. We have Frozen Time Photography hanging out with us. And let's see. Kathleen Riley, jumped on and hung out with us. And she said, go Okies. I have the same thing with doing and y'all. Yes, like I said, I'm from Oklahoma, so doing is an actual word. And then also y'all is an actual word as well. So sweet. All right, let's see. Another question here. When are we going to be able to track clients visiting our site. So, hey, Ryan, you can actually do that now. There's a couple of ways that you can do it. Zenfolio does have built-in visitor tracking, but it's limited. I would say that it's limited. So Zenfolio visitor tracking is only going to track visits when somebody actually clicks on an image in your site. So if I go to communications, you can actually go to visitor stats right here, and it will show you kind of this stuff right here. So it'll show you people that visited and clicked on a gallery and all of that. Now this is a demo account. Nobody's coming to this one. It's not my real account, so that's why the counts are so low. But this information is in here. Now, if you want something that's a little more complete, that's a little more accurate, that gives you a lot more information, you can definitely utilize Google Analytics in your Zenfolio site, and that stuff it tracks a lot more detail, and that's what I would recommend. And so if you want to enable Google Analytics, just hover over your username in the top right, click on account, and then over on the left, go down here to website, and then go to visitor tracking, and you can go right here and actually enable Google Analytics. So if you click on this, it will tell you how to enable that. It'll give you instructions and all of that good stuff right here. So that is available. If you want really detailed tracking on your site, Google Analytics is definitely what I recommend that you use. It's going to give you a lot of really good information, and you'll be able to see all that stuff. Speaking of Google Analytics, as I told you guys earlier, there's a new video coming out tomorrow. It's an interview I did with one of our users, Sally Psycho. She's been a wedding photographer for 11 years. She actually did a blog post, and that link is in the description below this video. And in that blog post series, she documents how she takes a brand new created Zenfolio account, and she takes it from being brand new and not showing up to search results to showing on page 1 of Google search results in like 60 days. So you definitely want to check that blog post out. But like I said, I did an interview with her, and it's together in a video that's going to come out tomorrow on our channel. But for you guys that are hanging out with me on the live stream today, and for you guys who are watching the replay of this, if you check in the chat, here's the link to that video. So let me just write it in here really quick. Let's see, 0 to page 1 on Google video. All right, so here you go. Through that link in the chat for you guys right there. Go ahead and grab that video. Make sure that you check that out later. All right, so make sure that you guys check that out later. All right. Hey, really quick, if you are watching the recorded version of this, I would love to have you jump on a live stream Thursday with me, but I know not everybody can just stop what they're doing, hop on YouTube, and chat in here with me, which is why I really appreciate those of you guys that do. So Kathy, Kathleen, Ryan, John, Craigslist, everybody who's hanging out chatting with me today, Frozen Media, 24/7 Media, I think, what is this, a Frozen Time? Frozen Time, let me go back, I want to say it right. Frozen, where'd you go? I lost it. Frozen Time Photography. There we go. I really appreciate those of you guys who hang out with me live. But if you're watching the recorded version of this, and you have a question you want me to answer, there's actually a link in the description below this video that says questions for next week. Click on that. That will take you to our user voice forum where you can actually go and post a question for the following week, and I will answer it on the next week's Zenfolio Live, which I'm going to grab some of those questions right now. All right, and one of the questions that I have is, and I believe, John, I believe this is actually your question, and I see you kind of posted it there in chat, but this is one of your questions as well. He says, will we ever have the ability to scheduling and calendar capability for those of us who schedule our photography sessions? So that is something that we have been looking at and trying to decide on what is the best way to implement that for you guys. It is something that's in development, but I don't have any time information, unfortunately, on that. But it is something that we are looking into and that is moving forward. I just don't have any more information on that right now, John, but it is definitely a big request, and it's definitely something that's being looked at and developed. We're just kind of researching the best options for that. I wish that I had a better answer for you, John. I know that's not the answer that you wanted to hear, but it is something that we are looking into. I can promise you that. Okay, so let's see. Another email question here is, let's see. how can I create an unsubscribe button for my emails? So this is a question that's come up quite a bit, and unfortunately, guys, there's not really a built-in way yet to create an unsubscribe button for your emails inside of Zenfolio. So I'm talking about the emails that you send out to your clients through the communications tab or anything like that. But there is kind of a workaround that you can do. So let me kind of show you what that is. So if I go to communications, and you might want to set this up in your email templates. So if I go to email communications, and we go to templates, let's just go here and create a new template. And now I'm going to not name all this. I'm just going to show you how to create that unsubscribe button. And then you can kind of save this template and use it to create other email templates with that unsubscribe button already in here. So what you're going to do is you're going to click down here and you're just going to write something like click here to unsubscribe. All right. So write something like that, highlight that text, use the link tool, and then what you're going to do is you're going to change the link type right here to be an email right here like this. So you're going to change that link type to be an email rather than a URL. And then what you're going to do is you're going to come down here in this email and you're going to put your email here. Basically, you're going to designate what email do you want people to send an email to. In the subject field, you're going to put please unsubscribe or whatever you want to write in here. And then you can put a please unsubscribe me message. Please unsubscribe me. All right. And then go ahead and you can set that to open in a new tab if you want and click OK. And so what that button is going to do is when your clients or visitors or whoever are getting your emails, make sure that you include that in there. And what that button will do is when they click on that, it's going to open up an email in their default email client that's already addressed to you and says, please unsubscribe me. And then they just have to click the send button to actually send that to you. Now, that process doesn't actually unsubscribe them from your emails. Once you receive that email, you're going to have to go into your communications list and remove them. So you're just going to go into your contacts list, and then you can search your contacts by their email. So let's say that I got an email from Mr. Test at test.com, and I need to remove him. I'm just going to go test at test.com, do a search. There it is right here. Select that contact, delete, and now they are removed from my contact list and they won't be emailed from me anymore. So it is a manual process, but it is a process that you can set up and make it a little bit easier for your visitors if you need to do that. All right. Okay, so let's go back and so Kathleen, was it Kathleen that asked about the pre-order? Let's see who asked that. Kathy. So Kathy, back to your question about that triggered email on the orders placed. You asked me if that would work on pre-orders. And I said I think it will. Actually, the answer is I don't think it will. So it's probably not going to work. So I just heard back from one of our engineers and they said that they're pretty sure it's not going to work for pre-order. So at the moment, there's not a way to have a triggered email associated with pre-orders being placed. It's just through the normal ordering process only. So sorry about that. Just wanted to clarify and make sure that I gave you the right answer there. All right, let me get back to my photos page really quick. And let me get back up here and check on you guys on chat. Let's see here. Let's see. So 24/7 Media Group says, is there a way to reduce the amount of clicks when organizing photos? So in your Zenfolio account, one of the easiest ways to organize photos is to upload folders that are already organized for you. If you guys didn't know this, if you're using the Google Chrome browser, you can actually create folders on your computer, upload them into your Zenfolio account, and we will recreate that organizational structure for you. That's what I always recommend, especially when you're getting started, or if you need to upload things in a certain organization, you can actually upload folders. So like, let's say for instance, I need to upload a new something inside of my sports group right here. So if I pull up my Finder window really quick, And if I go, let me just get something that I can use here. So if I go here to, and I know you guys can't see this yet because I'm trying to find what I'm looking for here. All right, so if I go here to this folder and I need to upload, but I need to have it organized to where it has 2 galleries based on time periods, I can just grab this main folder right here and actually drag and drop this as long as I'm using Google Chrome. So I can click on sports, go to upload, and then I can drag and drop that folder, and it's going to create a folder with subgroups inside of it. So that organization is already set up. So that is my tip for you, is to not organize in Zenfolio, but to organize before you upload and get Zenfolio matching the organization that you're used to on your computer, so that you don't have to try and memorize 2 different things, right? You don't have one organization going on your hard drive and a totally different organization going on in Zenfolio. You can keep it as closely related as possible. That's my best tip to you. Now, when it comes to reorganizing stuff that is in here, unfortunately at the moment there's not batch actions to move folders and stuff like that. So if I go here and I go here and I go here, I can't select those and move them. All right, I cannot multi-select folders and move them. I can't do that in galleries either. So unfortunately, I can't multi-select galleries and move them if you're on the new Zenfolio. If you're on the blue Zenfolio here, there's not a way to batch move groups. There's not a way to batch move galleries. However, you can batch move photos. So if I go into a gallery like this one down here, and I have a bunch of photos, and let's say some of these photos I need to move to another folder for whatever reason. If you're on a Mac, it's going to be Command. If you're on a PC, it's going to be Control. You can hold Command or Control and click like this, then go to Actions, and you can move them, copy them, or whatever you need to do. Or you can use Shift. So you can click the first one, hold Shift, click this one, and then go to Actions. Now, if you're on old Zenfolio, if your account looks a little bit different, or if up in the top you see an option to go back to old photos page, if you go back to that old photos page, you can go to anywhere and you can multi-select any items that you have in front of you. So you can multi-select this one, Command, click this one and this one. And then there's going to be a menu item up here that says Photo Actions. And if you click that, you'll be able to move galleries, multiple galleries all at once. You'll be able to move photos and all of that. That's only on the old photos page. It's not on the new photos page, unfortunately. Great question though, 24/7 Media. Hopefully that gave you some ideas. If there's anything specific, definitely please clarify in chat, and I'll be more than happy to try and go back into that in a little bit more detail if I can. Great question though. All right, guys, we got about 23 minutes left, so make sure that you get your questions in the chat so I can get those answered for you guys live. Don't wait around until the last few minutes. Make sure that you get those questions in there. I'm going to grab some more email questions, and then I'll come back to you guys on chat. So let's go grab another email question here. And it's funny because apparently so my next email question is, I'm just getting started on Zenfolio. Can you give me some photo organizing tip? What's the best way to organize photos? So I kind of already went through that, but let me throw a help guide article out in there for you guys as well. Let's see. So let me throw that in here like this. And there's a help guide article in there on organizing it. So again, just using groups and galleries to kind of keep things organized. All right, next question here. Any tips on getting clients to order sooner rather than later? Some of these people are taking forever to place their orders. So this question seems to come up quite a bit. There is definitely some things that you can do to kind of encourage your clients to place orders sooner rather than later. So one of the things that I always recommend doing is never let your clients think that you are their online photo storage. And what I mean by that is when you are doing your contracts, when you are negotiating your sessions, or your schools, if you're negotiating your contracts with these schools, whatever shoots that you do, Never let your clients think that you're their online storage. Always make sure that you let them know that their online galleries have a beginning and an ending. Even if you're going to leave them on Zenfolio for as long as you have your account because you have the storage to do that, you never want to let your clients look at you like you're their online photo storage. And so there's a really easy way to set this up in Zenfolio so that you don't have to worry about enforcing that with your clients. You can let them know out the gate, hey, once we do the shoot and the photos are online, you've got 3 weeks to place your order, and then that gallery goes away due to storage or due to my website or however you want to phrase it to your clients. Just never let them treat you like online storage. And so let me show you how to set that up. So let's say that we just did a shoot for, let me get to a client gallery in here. Let's go in here to this engagement session. And let's say that we just did this engagement session and we're getting ready to send it out to the clients. And again, we've already communicated in the process that part of our services is we offer you an online gallery, but it has a beginning and an end. It's not an indefinite gallery. Maybe you have 3 weeks, however you want to word this to your clients. And so to set that up and to actually enforce that, what you're going to do is utilize Zenfolio's expiring gallery option. So you're just going to click on the gallery. You're going to go right up here, go to access. And then what you're going to do is go to, where is it at? I have to remember where it's at. It's going to be access and then expiration right in front of my face. Expiration. And by default, it's going to say never expire. So you're going to click this and change that. You're going to say, okay, my clients get a 2-week online gallery. So we're going to go here and say, okay, that's 1 week. This is 2 weeks. This is the expiration date. And then you can save that. And now what happens when that gallery expires, Zenfolio doesn't delete the images. We just set that gallery to be private so nobody other than you in your Zenfolio account can actually access it. Now, on top of doing that, we also let your clients know that that gallery is going to expire. So what I'm going to do really quick is I'm just going to grab the direct link to this gallery so you guys can see what that looks like to a client. So I copied the URL, and then I'm just going to open up a new incognito window here in Google Chrome. And I'm just going to paste that link in right here. And let me show you what that does. So this is that expiring gallery. And so down at the bottom, a little pop-up comes right here that just says, hey, this gallery is only going to be available through September 29th. Just letting them know that this gallery is going to expire. And so that is one way that you can encourage your clients to order sooner rather than later, is letting them know that your galleries are not going to be around forever. Like, I'm not storing these for you. I did the shoot. I provided them to you. Your job is to place the orders and get what you want. Obviously, you want to do that in a much nicer way than I worded it, but that is what you want to do. Now, the other thing that you can do as well, and you can even combine these together, right? One of the things that I like to do is I like to give my clients a coupon right out the gate. I like to give them a discount as soon as I send them their gallery. But what I do is I build this discount into my price list. So whatever I'm going to charge my clients for prints and downloads, I personally add 10% to that. And then when I send my client their galleries, I immediately also send them a 10% discount coupon code. But that coupon code is only valid if they use it to order within the first 3 days or whatever time period you want. But again, the idea is to get them to hurry up and place those orders. And so what you can do is you can go to selling and then go to coupons and campaigns. And then you're going to go right over here to add new coupon and then individual coupon code. I'm just going to call this the Smith. I'm going to say Smith 10. This is the coupon code I'm going to send them. And then down here, we're going to say discount products by a percent. We're going to give them 10% off. I never discount shipping. The labs do the shipping. I don't want to lose money on that. I never discount shipping. Then we're going to go down here and say this can only be used in that Smith family gallery, which was right here. And then we're going to go ahead and make it a one-time use. and we're going to say that the expiration for this is in 3 days. So they have this day, and that day to use it. Save that. And then when I email my clients their gallery link, I'm going to put that coupon code in there, and I'm going to say, hey, just wanted to let you guys know, here's a coupon code that will give you 10% off your order, but only if you use it within the first 3 days of your gallery being live. And that way, in combination with putting that expiration, we've done several things that can really encourage them to hurry up and place those orders rather than waiting till the last minute to place those orders or just dragging it on. So hopefully that gives you guys some ideas. That's a great question, but hopefully that gives you guys some ideas of how you can encourage those clients to hurry up and place those orders. They don't realize that it's really easy for you to come back in and reopen their gallery if it expires, and you can definitely do that. So around the holiday times, you can do that, reopen the galleries and send them emails and let them know the galleries are back available for a limited time. But you can utilize those strategies to get them to place orders sooner rather than later. Great question. Let me grab some tea. My throat's starting to get a little raspy. And I'm using my Dr. Seuss tea mug. All right, let's see. Let me see if we got any more questions here in chat. So it looks like John says, I've been looking into subdomains so that I can have isolated websites, multiple capabilities so that my clients don't know that I do headshots and event photography. Is there a way to do that? So natively not in Zenfolio, John, there's not. If you need complete separation in your genres of photography or something like that, the best thing to do would be to start another Zenfolio account. However, there is a small chance that you could work with your domain registrar. So if you have your domain purchased through GoDaddy, you might be able to go in with them and set up specific domains and subdomains to link to certain websites or certain parts of your site, but you're just going to have to make sure that you have your links separated correctly. So maybe one section of your site uses the header menu, and then the other section uses only the footer menu, and that's really the only way that you're going to make that work. And so it's not going to be the best experience, but if that's what you want to do, if that's what you need to do, it's possible, just not in Zenfolio. That's going to be something you're going to have to work out with your domain registrar and how they set all that up and they link to it. Great question, though. All right, let's see, guys. We got about 14 minutes left, so make sure that you get your questions in here so I can get those answered live for you guys. I'm going to grab another email question really quick, and then I'll come back and check on you guys in chat. All right, let's see. I have packages set up for my schools, and 99% of the kids only have one photo, but parents are having to drag and drop the same photo over and over again into each product placeholder. Can that be automated somehow? Absolutely, yes, it can. So if you're sure that each kid is only going to have one photo, or maybe you just want one photo to be applied to all the packages, Zenfolio has a package option that only allows for one photo to be applied to it, and it automatically places that into the cart. Rather than trying to explain that, let me show you guys how that works. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to selling really quick, and we are going to go to packages, and I'm going to just create two packages. So I'm going to say add new package really quick, and I'm going to call this package PKG1 multi-image, okay? Just so we know that this is the one that has the multiple image. So when you create a package in Zenfolio, we have two types. We do allow it to be one photo for all the products in there, or multi-image packages where your clients can choose different images. And so the multi-image package is actually the one that's going to require your clients to drag and drop everything. So I'm going to set this one up really quick, and I'm just going to go to MPix, and we're just going to grab a bunch of print sizes here just so I can show you guys how this works. This is not a recommended package setup. We have lots of good documentation on how to set up really good packages on our channel. Please do not take this as a recommended package setup. I'm just doing this for a demonstration. So I have all of these different options in here, and I'm going to go down here really quick at the bottom and just set up this price. Let's say $50 and hit next. I'm not going to do anything else to this. I'm going to click next again and hit done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this package, and we're going to change the package setting. So I'm going to go products, and we're going to change this to be a single image package, which is this option right here. That's the only thing I'm changing aside from the title. I'm going to call this, we'll do package 2. All right, package 2, single image. All right, wow. Okay, so package 2, single image, and I'm saving that. Okay, so now I have those two packages created. You guys can kind of see the difference in the options. Let's throw these on a price list really quick, and I'm going to show you guys how this works. So add a blank price list. We'll call this package demo. And then we're going to add those packages. So add products, click up here, go to my studio name, packages, package 2, package 1, add selected products in here, and then they're already priced. I'm just going to grab them and add them over to my quick shop and hit save. Okay, so now that I have that price list created with those two different packages, let's go to photos and let's apply that to a gallery. Now we've already been in here in the Smith's gallery, so we're going to go ahead and do this one. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to go up here, go to price list, allow ordering from my price list, package demo, and then I'm going to click save on this. And then I'm going to make sure, because if you guys hung out on the live streams, you know a lot of times I go in here and I try to break things. So I'm going to make sure that all of my photos are also using the same price list, just to make sure. Okay, so now all of those photos are utilizing that same price list. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go to Access, Sharing. We're going to get that gallery link. And then let me show you guys how this works. So again, opening up a new incognito window, pasting in the gallery link. We're going to click on a photo, and that's going to load us into QuickShop. So here we are in QuickShop. My package options are over here. So package 2 or package 1 is that multi-image. Let me get this to where you guys can actually see that. Sorry. Package 1 is the multi-image. So I'm going to click that, and what that's going to do is load up the package configuration window. And this is where, as you mentioned in your question, parents have to drag this single image to every single photo. Now, if this was a gallery where I was wanting to let clients use multiple images, I could go to the All tab, and this is where this is handy, because now I can choose different photos for here. But if your school photo is just having one photo per kid, and your parent is having to drag that same image to all these placeholders, that's going to be a nightmare for your parents. So let me show you the other package option, which is package 2, the single image. And remember, this is the one where we checked the box that said only allow for a single photo. So when I select that, if I click right here, it doesn't even bring up the package configuration window. It just adds that package right into my cart, because it took that image that I had selected and added it to all of the products in there without me having to drag it into every single one. And so that is the answer for you right there, is just to set it up to be a single image package so that it doesn't require all of that dragging and dropping. All right, let me get out of that. Hopefully that answers your question there. Let me jump back over and check on you guys and make sure I see if I've got any questions here. All right, let's see. So we got a question from Not Tams. It says, we need a QR code system for our volume photo business. All right, I would definitely agree. I would love to see a QR code built-in solution on Zenfolio. Not there yet, but if you are a volume photographer, definitely reach out to either our support team. Go to zenfolio.com/contact if you do not already have an account manager. So if you do volume photography at all, reach out. Let us know that you do volume photography, and we can talk to you about some potential solutions. All right, so reach out to us. Let us know you're a volume photographer. We're going to put you in touch with a volume photography or a high volume account manager, and we're going to talk about some solutions for you in that instance of the QR code solution. Definitely a great suggestion. I definitely would love to see that come to Zenfolio, but we're not there yet. But definitely, like I said, reach out and we will put you in touch with a volume account manager that can talk about the solutions that are available. All right. Great question, though. Okay, let's see. Question from, I'm going to try to get your name right. If I mispronounce it, please feel free to make fun of me in chat. Zubair Safdar says, how can I save my current theme as a template before I experiment with other newly available themes so that just in case the new theme does not work, I can revert back to my theme at a later date? That is a great question. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So you're going to be in Theme Designer to do this. So what I'm going to do is go to Website, right-click on Customize Website, and open that in a new tab. You guys know that anytime I work in Theme Designer, I always recommend you work in multiple tabs in your website. And so I have a new tab opened up just to show you guys right here. This is where Customize Website is open. And then what I'm going to do is right-click on Themes here, and I'm going to click Open in a new tab again. Basically, that opens up a duplicate tab right here. And in this new tab, I'm going to go to Themes and click on Edit Theme. All right, so on this theme, this is the theme that's currently being used for my site. And let's say that I want to save this theme so that I can come back to it later, but maybe I want to experiment with some other stuff. All right, so there's actually a Save As button right here. And so all I do is click this Save As, and then I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to name this. So I'll just name this Zubar theme, and maybe the date. Like, so if you end up saving multiple themes, maybe you want to save the date. So I'm going to say August 15th. Okay, so I'm just saving that. Click the Save button right here. Now that theme is saved as a specific name. And then if I jump back over here, I can refresh this. And just to show you, if I go to Themes, I'm still using that one that was already named, but it has saved that other theme in here as well. So now I'm free to experiment with all these different themes. And if I don't like one, I can always come back to this one that I'm using here. So I can go up here and I can say, okay, let's do this one. And if I click on it, I can hit the Apply button, take a look really quick and be like, yeah, that's not the look that I'm going for. I really liked the other one. I can go back to Themes again, go back up here, and now I can find that theme that I was using here and click Apply and go back to the way it was. So hopefully that answers your question. It gives you a good idea on how to do this, how to get that theme set up and saved so you can revert back to it. If you mess things up too much, you can always do a restore and go back to your previously published version of your site as well, right there. So hopefully that gives you some ideas on how you can experiment and play around with this. The other thing to keep in mind is that any changes that you make on the back end of Zenfolio, as far as Customize View, never go live until you publish it right here. So as long as you don't publish it, it's not going to affect the live version of your site there. All right. Now, as you're asking right now, the presets, as far as the options that you have set up and all of that, unfortunately, you cannot save those things as a preset. So these options cannot be saved as a preset. There are only presets over here that we've designed. So you cannot save those presets as different presets. Basically, you do not have a way to make your own new preset. You can save a color theme, unfortunately, just not a preset like I believe that you're asking now in chat. So unfortunately, that's not an option at this time, just the colored themes. All right, hopefully that kind of answers that question. It's definitely a great question there. All right, guys, we've got about 2 minutes left. Let me see if I can get a couple more questions answered. Kathleen says, I have sporadic volume shoots. Anything for that? Dog and horse events. So definitely pre-order is good for volume stuff. Zenfolio events are really good for volume stuff there. So I would definitely look at Zenfolio events. There's a lot of video tutorials on our YouTube channel that cover that. So if you just go to our YouTube channel and you look up Zenfolio events or restricted events, Kathleen, then that is going to set that up for you. Let's see. Not Tam says, your event password generator seems to repeat the same passwords, which is a bit concerning. Is there a way to expand the parameters? Hey, Not Tam's, reach out to me. Send me that specific information. That's going to be something that I need to look at. So just shoot an email to zenfolio.com/contact. Put attention Robert in there. Send me like a screenshot or let me know the data set that you are uploading. Maybe do a screen recording. Send me that information and I will look at that and see what's going on and we can talk about that. I'm going to have to specifically look at that. It should not be repeating the same random passwords. It should not be happening. So I'm going to have to look at that and take a look. Great question though. Great question. Okay, let me get back to emails really quick and make sure that I have that in here. All right, guys, we got about a minute left. So I just want to say thank you guys so much to all of you guys who came in, hung out with me today live. Kathleen, Zubar, Not Tams. Thanks for Richard for doing such a great job and moderating, hanging out with you guys in chat. 24/7 Media, thanks for jumping on here. John, Frozen Time Photography, Kathy, Craigslist, all of you guys who hung out with me today live, I really appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Don't forget site reviews every single Tuesday, so make sure that you check those out. Zenfolio Live every Thursday. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure sometime this week you guys take some time out to be kind, do something good for somebody, encourage somebody, help somebody out, take the time to actually have a conversation with a stranger, and let's all work together to make the world a better place because we need positive people doing positive things in this world to make things better. And until next week, I hope that you guys all have a great and wonderful weekend. Make sure to come back and hang out with me next week. Hey, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure that you click that subscribe button. And if you're watching the recorded version of this and you'd like to learn more about Zenfolio, I recommend watching some of the videos that you should see popping up on your screen.